Ever wonder why some lies that survive hours of police questioning just crumble in the courtroom? It's not always about a dramatic, last-minute confession. The real story is often much more subtle. And it all comes down to the immense pressure of cross-examination. Take the famous case of Oscar Pistorius, an interrogation room. You can tell a story. You can build a narrative. The police might challenge you, but you can stick to your version of events. Pistorius had a clear story. He believed an intruder had broken into his home, and he fired his gun in a state of terror to protect himself and his girlfriend. Riva Steenkamp. It's a clean, tragic narrative, but a courtroom, and specifically cross-examination, is a different beast entirely. It's not just about telling your story, it's about defending it against every piece of evidence, every prior statement, and every logical inconsistency. This is where the psychology of commitment pressure kicks in. Once you've publicly sworn to a sequence of events, you are locked in. Every answer you give from that point on must align perfectly with your initial story. Backing away or changing details makes you look dishonest. So, you have to double down. The problem is, reality is messy. A fabricated story, no matter how well rehearsed, is rarely perfect. During Pistorius's cross-examination, the prosecutor, Jerry Nell, didn't just ask, "Did you do it?" He meticulously broke down the timeline. He focused on tiny details. Why did you move those fans? Why was your phone here? What did you hear and when? Each question acted like a wall, boxing Pistorius into his own narrative. For example, the prosecution highlighted the time it took for the events to unfold versus the panicked, split-second decision Pistorius described. They questioned his actions after the shooting, why he didn't check on Riva immediately if he thought she was safe in the bedroom. Each answer had to fit the intruder story. But when stacked against forensic evidence and phone records, cracks started to appear. He couldn't just say, "I misspoke," because every word was on record. The more he tried to force the facts into his clean story, the more frayed and unbelievable it became. That's the power of cross-examination. It's not a place for grand stories. It's a place where tiny, verifiable facts dismantle a narrative piece by piece, exposing the truth not through a confession, but through 1,000 contradictions. It shows us that in the rigid, logical framework of a trial, some lies simply have nowhere left to hide. Thanks for watching. If you find these psychological deep dives into true crime interesting, make sure to subscribe for more.